Oh, look, it's the Friday edition of the best breakfast show in Nigeria. Good morning.
I thought you were going to say in the land.
In the
Which would have made it sound like an epic
movie
story, you know? But in any case, you guys are welcome. It's
well,
still Good Friday. You guys are tuned into the best place. We keep you wanting more every single week, especially on Fridays when we're done for the weekend and you're expecting us back for a Monday. This Friday is going to be extra special because it's extra prepared to, well, just for you guys.
Yes, and just the right amount of everything since it is a public holiday.
It is a holiday?
Yes, it is.
Doesn't look like so outside.
And we have all the fun activities that comes with Fridays packed in today's show. So guys, are you ready?
I'm sure you guys
are. You ready?
I still am. But that traffic out there, which we're going to talk about,
Right.
kind of like took the wind out of me.
I
But it's going to
know.
be great fun. So you guys just stay there. It's going to be a very, very interesting one. So, hey, let's get the show started for you guys, shall we?
Yeah. My name is Email Kwacha.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. Want to get right into it, you guys. So do remember now, you can always watch us live on GOTV channel 27 and on UHF band 49 on terrestrial. Follow us on social media. We are at TVC Connect. I'll slow down now.
Yes. And you can also watch past episodes of the show on YouTube. You said I should slow down.
No, Evan, please don't do that. That was
We
me.
are at TVC Entertainment. Please do not forget to send in those comments on all our socials
Please do.
using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Now, for a Friday edition, this is what's going to come your way. It comes with some of our favorite segments like movies, and we have some very interesting picks for you and a series that I think you guys should see over the weekend. I think it's out now. So you guys stick around, you're going to find out.
And for our very first conversation, we have actor, model, and voiceover artist Victor Ahieme. He is also a fight choreographer, wow,
Wow,
and self-defense grandmaster. Can't wait to meet this awesome personality later on. Tell me about your morning.
Normally, I wake up at 4 o'clock every single day. I'm out of the house by 4:30. I woke up at 4, smash the snooze button. Give me more 30 minutes. It's a holiday. Now, I didn't know I smashed the snooze button, so I woke up 10 minutes later to my advantage, thank goodness. So I thought I was, it was 4:30 and I was going through but by 4:40, I was done and I was out of the house 20 minutes earlier than I had thought. I'm like, okay, grand, it's a holiday. I'll just kick back and just drive slow, 60 miles an hour.
Time.
Got close to the office and I spent an extra 1 hour between that point and here, and I started wondering, isn't this a holiday? What's going on? There's so many trucks, and I think this is it. When it's a holiday, the trucks take that opportunity to get out of Lagos. So they clog up the road, and one little event, if they have a breakdown, causes a backlog of traffic all through, because that was the only cause.
Yeah, well, let's not also forget that the road construction on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is still
there is
ongoing.
that.
And then there are also a lot of people who are, who are also thinking, who were also thinking that
yeah.
the roads will be free.
Take advantage.
So they're also trying to get out so that they can join their families to celebrate the Ramadan, the Ramadan
so
celebration. So
it's unusual. Whatever you're thinking is not going to happen that way. So just make sure that there is no template for Nigerian traffic or Lagos traffic. Don't think about it that way. You know what? Tell them.
Okay. Well, at least now you know what the traffic is like. If you're heading out of Lagos, let's give you an update on what the weather will be like later on today.
And you're welcome. Let's do the news starting with Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now we begin from the nation's capital, where President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered the immediate suspension from office the INEC resident electoral commissioner in Adamawa State, Hudu Yunusa Ari, pending the completion of investigation by the Inspector General of Police on the conduct and actions of the REC during the supplementary elections in the state. The president also directed that the Inspector General of Police to immediately begin investigation and prosecution of the REC if he is found liable. The president's directive is contained in a press statement from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and signed by the Director of Information, Willie Bassi. Also, President Buhari has directed an investigation by the IGP, Director General of the DSS, and the Commandant General of the NSCDC of the role of the officers in aiding and abetting the conduct and actions of Hudu Yunusa Ari and called for appropriate disciplinary action to be meted out if anyone is found culpable. Now, in preparation for May 29th handover date, President-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu on Thursday nominated 14 more names into the Presidential Transition Council. This is coming few weeks after he nominated former Lagos Finance Commissioner Wale Edun and Governor Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State. Among them is Honorable Stella Okotete, who will be part of the Secretariat Planning and Monitoring Subcommittee. Director Budget and Finance Abubakar Kiari, Media and Publicity Bayo Onanuga, Church Service Bishop Adigbite, Jamaat Service Imam Faud, and Protocol and Investigations Donald Wakoma, Transport and Logistics Hajia Hadiza Mohammed Kabir, Inauguration Lecture Dr. Danla D. Bako, Security and Ceremonial Parade Colonel Abdulaziz Yaadwa, venue and swearing in Makinde Araoye, medical Dr. Betta Edu, pre-inauguration dinner gala and gala night barrister Zainab Buba Marwa, accommodation Abu Andrew Abba, and Children's Day celebration Samira Sadiq. Now, the First Lady of Nigeria and the President of the African First Ladies Peace Mission says she is satisfied with the progress of work at the Permanent Secretariat of the mission, which started barely a year ago. Aisha Buhari said this when she visited the Secretariat of the African First Ladies Peace Mission that is under construction in Abuja. She was accompanied on the inspection tour by the Minister of Finance, Budget and Planning, Zainab Ahmed, and the Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Talon. The First Lady also appealed for the release of 500 million naira donated by the federal government to support the project.
The construction has reached its completion stage, which will be commissioned soon in a few weeks' time. And I would like to thank the Nigerian government for the intervention. And also we understood that some funds amounting to 500 million naira was received by the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs on behalf of the African First Ladies Peace Mission. We are appealing to her to credit the funds immediately to the Peace Mission account.
So it's really a credit to our First Lady that this project has been pushed so fast, and the quality of work here is very, very high. We see this mission as an honor for our country. It's a representation of peace in Africa, and it is good that Nigeria is actually showing the lead of peace in Nigeria. And so many fronts, Nigeria has intervened.
In other news, at least 78 people have been killed in a crash at a school in Yemen's rebel-held capital, Sana'a, during a charity event for Ramadan, officials say. The incident began after hundreds crowded into a narrow street in the Bab al-Yemen area late on Wednesday to get handouts of $9 from a merchant. Footage appeared to show dozens of bodies on the ground as well as shoes and clothing strewn over steps. Officials from the rebel Houthi movement accused organizers of failing to coordinate with local authorities and said they had been detained. Yemen has been devastated by a civil war that escalated in 2015 when the Iran-allied Houthis seized control of large parts of the west of the country from the internationally recognized government, and a Saudi-led coalition intervened in an effort to restore its rule. And that's all we can take for the start of Wake Up Nigeria Inside of the News. Do stay tuned. We've got more coming your way here on Wake Up Nigeria.
And we are back. Now that you've got your fitness on, let's go through the front pages of the newspaper. We'll be starting, of course, with a blueprint. Making the headlines here, we have no cause for alarm, and that's on Tinubu's May 29 inauguration. We have everything under control, says DHQ. And on the riders here are shows of peaceful Eid al-Fitr celebration. Step up vigilance for seamless transition Group urges DSS police. And troops neutralize 54 terrorists, rescue 216 civilians. And Zelensky congratulates Tinubu's six-state visit to Ukraine. And I'll just take one more story here. Let's see what's at the top of the paper. Okay, you know what? Let's just move over to the next paper. Here we have Nigerian News Direct, and making the headlines here, PIA implementation, NNPC targets $50 billion investment to unlock potential. Attributes growth of FDIs to PIA implementation. And at the top of the paper here, Access Holdings announced 1.4 trillion naira gross earnings, and Nigeria Immigration withdraws suits against Seplat Energy. And yeah, that's all we can take on the Nigerian News Direct. But I'll just take one more story here. Herbalist allegedly tortures staff's two biological children to death in Ogun. And pretty sad story there. But hey, let's move over to the Daily Trust newspaper, making the headlines here. On Sudan crisis, 4,000 Nigerian students stranded as federal government tarries on evacuation. They're saying here, our lives are at risk. We are consultants, says Diaspora Commission, and regional global forces behind crisis, says General Agwal. And also here we have Nigeria's oil reserve drops to 36.9 billion barrels as gas rises. And federal government concessions on Onitsha Port for 30 years. And here on the papers, U.S. Congress moves to recognize Ramadan, Eid. And we have more stories here at the top of the paper. Tinubu appoints Onanuga, Marwa 11 others into Presidential Inauguration Committee. And still on the Eid al-Fitr, Buhari, Tinubu, Atiku, Lawan, Bajabiamila seek peace, patriotism. And finally, on the Binani saga, Buhari approves REC suspension, others probe of security operatives. And that's all we can take on the papers. For now, we'll be right back. Stay with us. We're back.
And you're welcome. It's time for What's Up and About. Yes, and I am deliberately scrolling through my phone because I wanted to place a call. And I want to ask you guys a question. I'm asking, Winfrey, would you take a video call from me? Would you take a video call from me? Yeah.
Randomly?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'll send you a message while you're calling me.
Yeah, would that offend you?
It won't offend me, but if it's you, I'll just send you. I'm like, why are you?
Yeah, you'd be curious. I actually was putting a video call across to you to see whether you do that right now, but your phone doesn't have network. Would you take a video call from me?
Yes, I would.
Would there be restrictions as to what time or place or
Of course,
events?
there'll be restrictions. It also depends on the time of the day, because then for you to be calling me on a video call, it would seem like an emergency, of course,
Okay.
work-related.
Video call.
You wouldn't call me if you had any family emergency, so it would have to be
have to hear-
work-related.
yeah.
Are we talking about
and
all
then
those
that
random
would
people that
also
call people on
depend
Instagram?
on the time of the day.
On the time of the day. So we're talking about phone etiquette, yeah, and especially when to use what medium to call or communicate with a person, whether the person is a friend, acquaintance, or stranger. Because personally, I feel very weird sending or receiving WhatsApp messages from people that I've only just perhaps met or never met before, people who are just contacting me for the first time. But I feel more comfortable if it was a text. But what's the difference?
You're
Because
just
they're
an old
both
guy,
practically
right?
the same.
Yes.
So are there rules?
You're old. That's it.
This is an old
difference between
argument.
a
We all
text
know that I'm
and
100 years
WhatsApp
old.
What's
But
the difference?
does it differ? Is there a difference? Would you be
I feel,
offended?
to be honest, I feel there is a difference. I think WhatsApp, to me, to an extent, is not for initial conversations,
Personal.
not for status, right? I feel fine. Let's have a phone call first. You want to talk business. Then, if we have to follow up, yeah, then we could do tech. We could do WhatsApp. Or if it's an initial text at all, like first contact, yeah, a text will be better than a random WhatsApp. But to be honest, these days, I feel WhatsApp actually goes for everything.
Do you have a demarcation like informal versus formal?
Yes, I do, because I wouldn't expect any of my clients to call me on WhatsApp.
even call you on WhatsApp.
Yes, no.
That's like cheap.
Yeah.
Like spend your money and
I
call
do.
me.
Do you
That kind of
understand?
thing.
If the
understand?
if the client
Or
is
better
calling
still, the
from
least
overseas,
you can.
That I can understand.
Well,
No, why do you
that we can
understand that? I don't
understand because we would have
this.
had that conversation prior to that phone call.
I have a
I have
website.
customers, and then I mean, who all over from different parts of the world. We have that conversation prior to. Okay, because of the difference in the time zones, I know that this time is not convenient for you, but I'm going to call at this time. So please. Do you mind staying awake? If I'm going to be available, I'm going to communicate that. Oh, I'm going to be available for this call at this time. But it has to be properly communicated because it is on. It's not on a casual basis, right? It is an unofficial basis. So we both need to respect each other's privacy. But hey, if you're a friend,
All right.
of course you can call me.
I'm going to drag your partners into this just a minute, but let me bring social media into the whole thing. Now, what big peeve that I've got for people is when you contact me on social media and I'm like, okay, so who are you and what you want? And then you're just like, hello. And I'm like, hello, hi, yes, hello, good afternoon.
I leave it on read.
What do you want? It really peeves me, and I can't stand it. And I don't see any reason why you should actually be sending me your first message and it should just be, hello. Go right into it. Hello, hi, my name is so and so and so, and this is the reason why I'm contacting you.
Exactly.
It really is very, very irritating. However, if you found that kind of a message on your partner's phones, for instance, what would be your take?
I don't understand. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Yes.
Hi, hello, hi. You're not offended by that if it was from someone from the of the opposite gender.
It's obvious he doesn't want to respond to the message, which of course, yeah. What am I going to say? Because there's nothing there to hold against him. So why am I?
No,
going
it's
to
not about him, about the person who's sending the messages.
Well, I don't know the person sending the message, so why should I be worried about or concerned about the person sending the message? I don't know you.
Very, very secure. What would you do?
I won't be going through my partner's phone.
Period. And the gold medal goes to... Well, why is that a thing, though? I mean, your partner, your partner, you guys should have access to your phones anytime, anywhere.
My husband and I have the same password.
Nice.
Yes, we both have the same password. And it's funny how it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned at all. It was such an awkward coincidence. We both have the same password, right? So, I mean, I go through his phone.
Okay, but real quick before we go, what's your biggest peeve when it comes to communication and people and other people?
Please, call. If you have anything important that you want to say, can you please make a phone call? Don't send me messages. Don't send me WhatsApp messages.
Use your money. 4 naira is not hard. Text. Winfrey, you got one?
If I don't know you, don't video call me.
Simple. That's it. But every other means is allowed.
Yeah, I've heard of
WhatsApp, text,
Yeah, sure.
WhatsApp call, and everything.
No.
No WhatsApp calls.
If I don't know you, don't video call me.
Don't video call. Okay.
If I don't know you, don't. No, I mean you can call me on WhatsApp, but don't video call me. I think that's it.
I'm
Even if
scheduling.
I know you, please let me know before you video call
I'm
me.
scheduling a video call for 9 p.m. today, please. Winfrey, expect
9 p.m. It's a Friday, bruh. I'm going to pick that call.
Winfrey's gonna be out. Woohoo! Barbie darling. All right. Well, tell us what you think. What your own method would be, or your peeve. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'll be back. We've got more coming your way, especially the movies, which we're very excited.
Hello and welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Of course, we have a brand new recipe for you and a brand new chef as well. Today we have Chef Oluwak Pamileri. And she says it literally means make me laugh.
Yes.
So are you making me laugh or am I making you laugh?
We're going to be doing that
We're going to make
together.
ourselves laugh. Okay, welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How
Thank
does it
you.
feel being here for the first time?
So amazing. I feel really honored and
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Amazing. Okay, so now you have all of this, and I love it because it's a burst of color. I'm literally seeing the plates first,
Yeah.
then I'm seeing some peppers, some onions, some prawns. So tell me, what are we making today?
Okay, so what we're making today is the native jollof rice, and it is quite different from the regular Nigerian jollof rice. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be incorporating all sort of local ingredients.
Okay.
You know, we're going to be using some dry
Crayfish.
crayfish.
Okay.
We have our blanched red oil here. We have some bell peppers. Yes.
So, no, sorry, that's bread oil.
Yes,
Okay.
blanched. That's been blanched.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's been bleached.
Yes,
Okay. So we have our.
We have our bell peppers, we
Okay.
have some tatashe, we have our spring onions, some garlic, some palm oil, Cameroon pepper, we have our seasoning powder, we have some prawns, and we have white onions and some scotch bonnet,
Yes,
also
scotch
known
bonnet.
as rudo.
Okay, so now we have salt here, of course. We
Yes.
have more onions and all that.
Yeah.
So in here, what do we have here?
We have some fried egg fish.
Fried egg fish. And in
fish.
here?
We have some shawa, also known as herring, and some cow skin, known as pomo.
All right, so we're using fish and promo for our dish
Yes.
today. So now, okay, to be honest, yeah, I've made native jollof rice before, but then again, this one looks very, very, definitely not on a budget, and definitely Jan did as native rice I went to, Harvard. So now tell me, what's the process for making this particular rice? What do we start with? And like run me through the entire
Right,
process.
sure. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is to parboil my rice. This will help to reduce the starch. And then I will add some vegetable, some palm oil.
Yeah.
Allow that to wake up so it doesn't give like a raw aftertaste
Okay.
when you're eating.
Yeah.
Then I'll saute some onions and I'll add my locust beans, stir fry that for a little bit.
Okay.
Allow the flavor to incorporate into the oil. Then I'll add the blanch, the bleach bread oil.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be adding my pepper mix. Basically, I'm going to be blending my crayfish, the peppers, the onions, and the locust beans, which is the iru.
Okay, all together,
Then
okay.
we're going to fry that for a bit, allow the water to evaporate.
Okay.
Then we're going to be adding the water, bring the water to a boil, adding our parboiled rice,
Okay.
and we're going to be cooking all that. Then at the end of it all, we're going to be garnishing with some julienne spring onions,
Okay.
some cow skin, and then the herring fish, which is the shower.
Which is the shower that's already
Yes.
fried. Okay, so definitely, I wasn't aware. So you're going to be this is colored bell peppers, right?
Yes.
Are you going to be using that for garnishing, or we're going to blend
We're
that?
going to be using this with our fish, which is with the egg fish.
Okay.
We're going to debone the egg fish and add these bell peppers into it to give it a very nice, vibrant color. and
Color.
taste.
Okay, so we're going to be slicing that, right?
Slicing
Not
it,
blending
yes.
it. All right. So something I wanted to ask. So we have palm oil here.
Yes.
So this is bleach. This is unbleached. So now, why are they separated, right?
Okay.
And why? I mean, what difference? Yeah, what's the difference?
I've come to a realization that bleached palm oil gives it gives any local dish, it gives it this unique and amazing taste.
Okay.
And this is majorly for color and it is also for flavor.
Okay.
But when you incorporate these two,
Both of them.
it is magical.
It's magical, amazing. So now, what's the process of bleaching palm oil? Just for those that don't know.
Oh, okay. So you need a dry pan or a dry pot.
Okay.
And then you add your fresh palm oil,
Palm oil
into
the pot.
And you have to cover it. You don't have to open it.
Okay.
You just bleach it for 2-3 minutes.
So on
And
high heat or
on medium heat?
medium heat? Okay.
Yes. Once you're done with that, switch off the heat, allow it to cool down, or you can take it outside and allow the smoke
Yeah, to come
to
out.
come out. Then you can bring it back and use it. But preferably, a bleached palm oil is better when it is warm.
When it's warm.
When it is warm,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Not when it is-
Amazing. Okay, so I've been bleaching my palm oil wrong all the while because I never cover the pan. I just leave it and the whole house literally smells. But then again, thank you for this. And we also have oil here. That's
Yes.
vegetable oil. So
Yes.
this is going in as well.
This is going in. We're going to be using this with the steamed vegetables.
Oh.
And
So at
that
what
is
point
where
do
the
we do that?
garlic comes in.
So tell me that process.
Okay, so a little bit of oil in the pan. Then you add some chopped
Garlic,
garlic and some
okay.
chopped onions. You can add chili if you want. Then you add your blanched vegetables. It could be F4 shoko, it could be F4 tete.
Okay.
Then you stir that in for a while, cover that, allow it to steam up.
Okay.
And you're going to be having something healthy and delicious.
Okay, so we do have one. We're going to be doing that today.
Yes, we're going
What
to be
vegetable are we using?
We're using F4 tete.
We're using effort set. So we're not even only doing the native rice, we're also
Yes,
doing
very-
vegetable,
yes.
like call it sauce on the side to go with it.
Yeah, we can call it
Okay,
that.
amazing. We
Thank
had so
you.
much happening here.
Thank
And
you.
of course, before the show is over, we definitely will be trying that out to see exactly or know exactly what it tastes like.
So because the weekend goes by so quickly and before you know it, boom, it's going to be a Monday, we decided to stretch out a bit here. Holiday has started and it's going to last till Monday for most of you guys. But it's our lot in life. This is the life we chose. We have no holidays, so we're going to make the best of it while we're here.
Why do I feel your pain? to
No.
that speech?
See, after I made 20 years of doing this, I know nothing about holidays, nothing about... nothing. So
Yeah,
I'm
but well,
used to it.
you still get the weekend to rest. You have Saturday, you have Sunday.
Weekends, I work for my wife.
So that means we have enough time to bond with family well
Yes,
and
indeed.
celebrate. But hey,
Exactly.
you can trust trust us to be right here to ease you right into the bustle, well, in this case, into the rest. So while you're just resting in your bedroom, sipping that cup of coffee or tea, we're here to entertain you.
Yes, indeed. Winfrey, do you have any grouse about not being able to spend holidays with people that you like, huh, Winfrey?
No, I don't actually. I don't like people so much, so yes.
You're used to it as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm totally used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fun thing. I mean, while people are resting and relaxing, you actually get to work. So sometimes it also flips. When people are working, you actually get to rest. So yeah, it works.
Yeah. You know what? I just thought about this. Maybe we should tell HR that since we don't celebrate holidays or we don't observe holidays as on air personalities, we should have 25 days of leave. Let's start a movement. Let's start a movement.
Yeah, on your own,
25
Mazino
days.
on his own on this, right? Yes, my name is Emil Quarter.
My name is Mazino 25 Days Appeal. You can watch the show live every
Guys, do not forget to send in those comments on our socials using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. So earlier on we brought you the movies. You had any comments on that? Please let us know on all our socials. We're waiting.
All right, grand. So now, what do we have left? We've got our artists in. Drill artist Emaboya Ogenero. That's how you say it. That's how you say it. Of course, now it's my language. I have to say it right. He's popularly known as King Nero. He will be performing his latest track, New Taker.
And finally, joining us for a chat is actor and model Alex Cross, who is also an Instagram influencer, fitness buff, and he will be thrilled. Well, we'll get to learn more about his journey later on.
Bearded men. Yeah. Anyhow, so back to what we're saying about holidays and the fact that people don't understand that you work during the holidays. It also has affected, personally, my relationships with people, friends, who think that since it's a holiday, they want to get to see you. Hey, guys, let's meet. And you're like, but I work during the holidays. For instance, today I'm going to be here up until midnight because it's a black table. And everybody wants to meet. And they're like, what's the matter with Mazino? Why doesn't it come out anymore? I don't know if I'm the only one who experiences this. Do you? Do you?
Well, if you want to meet, I am open to meeting as long as there's money involved and good food, right? So please, I'm always up for a meet. Yeah, but I think today is just one of those days where I'm going to be on, well, I'm also going to be on the black table later on. So I actually wanted to go have an appointment, but I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen. Today, because of the traffic situation on this Lagos-Ibadan expressway, I really don't want to be stuck in it.
It's gone by the time we're done.
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so, but well.
Do they understand your pattern of, work and holiday?
My friends and I, we have a very interesting relationship.
Unless they're all in the media or all in.
No, they're actually not even all in the media, but they're always busy.
Tough.
So we actually, he said tough. So what we try to do is that whenever anyone is having, like, let's say a baby dedication or a birthday, we always just try to put in the effort to actually be there, no matter how busy we are. So that's literally it. So yeah, once in a while we say, you know how you have friends that you plan, we always plan trips and plan and all of that. So I think we also know that, okay.
Specifically, personally, I find that those moments that I can get away from work, I want to spend them alone.
Yeah, exactly, chilling as well.
So I would often just jump on my bike and go somewhere new. The thrill of a new destination always blows my mind.
I used to be that person, right?
Yeah.
Mazino, I used to be that person, and then I realized that it felt like my friends were investing so much in the relationship,
and you were
other than I. So I told myself late last year into this year that I was going to be intentional about my friendship. So I'm going to invest in it. I am going to put in the work. Yeah. So even when we're having a conversation and you could just say, oh, I have a headache, I will call later on to know how you're doing, or can we meet up? Is there anything I can do to
Oh, is that
help
what you were
feel
trying to
better?
do when you called me about my daughter? I didn't
Yes,
know.
that's what I was
You were
trying to
investing
do.
in our friendship.
No, I wasn't investing. I was checking up because I have 2 daughters, and I know what it's like as a parent for your child to be ill, Mazino.
that's so sweet.
And I know how much you feel about your daughter.
Yeah, pride and joy. Don't mess with
Exactly.
her. I will kill.
So I'm not as horrible as you think I am.
You're not horrible
I'm
at all.
compassionate.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You're
I'm
not.
kind.
Definitely wrong. People like me, if we don't bother calling me, but it's okay.
I don't connect.
All right, let's check out the weather is going to be like once again, and then we'll be back inside the kitchen because that aroma from inside the kitchen, Winfrey.
A lot
wow.
is happening there. Yeah.
Let's do the weather.
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. I'm still here with Chef Pamilari, and we're still making the Nigerian native jollof rice, right? Yes. Okay, so now, see, wait, are we cooking? Are we progressing?
Yes,
because
we
this
are.
place still looks very complete. So tell me, what have we done so far? What is inside this pot?
Okay, so we've prepared our sauce and
Yeah.
we've added the water. Now it has come to, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding the rice and we're going to be cooking and we're also going to be adding some of these grains into the boiled water.
Into the boiled
We're going to
water.
blanch that for a while. Then we'll get on with the sauce.
Okay, so now tell me, break it down, like how. Okay, so in case you just joined us, I said it already, we're making Nigerian jollof, native jollof rice, and we literally have a whole lot of ingredients right here. And let me run through the ingredients quickly. Of course, we have our crayfish, our onions. Here we have spring onions, we have normal onions as well. We have bell peppers in yellow, green, and red colors. We have more tatache. And we have, of course, we have atarido here. We have Ghanaian pepper. Is that
Yes,
Ghanaian or Cameroon?
pepper.
Which one? What's the difference between Cameroon and Ghanaian? It's country name. Of course, here we have our prawns. So you were telling me earlier about these prawns being fresh.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get back to that. And we have our salt here. We have our cow skin, aka kwamo. We have our fish here, and we have more fish here. But this particular one is fried. I think that is boiled, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And of course, we have our rice. I love the fact that for native jollof, you're actually making use of whole grain rice as opposed to basmati rice. It confuses me when people use basmati rice to make native rice, but that's fine. Of course, in that pot, we have our F4.
Yes.
That is F4 tete.
Yes.
Okay, so we have some garlic there.
Yes.
I didn't mention that. Okay, now tell me, break down what happens in this pot. What do we have boiling
So
here?
what we have here is
So you fried.
some pepper, some rodo.
Yeah, so no, you fried. Let's start from the
Okay.
scratch. So you put it in some oil.
Oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one, the bleach or the oil bleach?
I
first?
mixed the red oil first to warm it up. To
Okay,
heat it up.
okay.
Then I added the bleach.
The bleached oil.
bleach
Okay.
oil. Then I added some chopped onions, sauteed that for a while. Then I added the locust beans, which is the iru. I fried that for a while. Then I added my pepper mix, which is the tatache and the scotch bonnet, known as rodo. Fried that for a bit. Then I added my salt and my seasoning. And then in here we have the water already. Well, that is boiling away. We're going to be adding the rice.
The rice in there. Perfect.
Yes.
Actually, I think that's going to come together.
Yeah.
That's boiling already. Can we add the
Yes,
rice?
yes, we can.
Okay, let's do that. And in that pan, we have water boiling.
Just water
as you
and
said,
some salt.
And some, okay, water and some
Some
salt.
salt,
Okay.
yes. So we're going to be adding the veggies into the salted boiled water
Okay.
now.
And here, I think I like what you did here.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you actually sliced the peppers.
Yes,
And
I
the
chopped it
onions.
up.
You chopped it as opposed to blending. Because you used to
Blending.
blend it. But then again, if you like a little, I don't know, those bits and bits and pieces in your food while you're eating. And I love it because I know when it comes out, we're going to have that. We'll have it
Looking really nice, and it's
because
going to
we
be
have-
colorful.
Yeah, it's going to be colorful.
Okay, so now
as opposed to it being boiled.
We're
So,
going
yeah.
to be adding in our parboiled rice.
Boiled rice.
And the reason why I
Okay,
parboiled
so this is parboiled,
yes,
exactly.
that's
So
my
it's
parboiled.
parboiled, not
Yes,
just washed.
no,
Okay,
not
why
just
did you
washed.
parboil it?
In order to reduce the starch.
Okay.
And this will allow you to come out, separated and not joined together
okay.
or mashed up together.
But some people have the understanding or have the belief that if you actually just wash it, it will absorb more of the sauce and probably taste better. Is that true?
You know what I always tell people about food is like a safari.
Yeah.
Just do what works for you.
Yeah, do what works for you.
What works for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right,
that's
a
what I
lot
tell
of
people.
rice. Masino will be happy. Oh, nice. That actually looks really, really good. Oh, wow. And we have a lot of Iru in
Iru
there.
in there,
A
because
lot.
that is what makes native jollof
Native
rice.
really,
The
true.
combination of Iru and palm oil.
And palm oil.
Yeah, that is what will give it that local taste.
Local
that
taste,
you know, you're
amazing.
looking
Okay, so now I noticed you didn't slice the F4, so you just plucked and washed it.
Yes,
Why
plucked
is
and
that?
washed. I like it all like this. I can easily bring it out, rinse it in cold water to stop the cooking process.
Okay.
Then I'll just chop it up that way. And doing it this way helps me to, you know, remove the sand that comes.
Oh, so you're going to rinse it again?
Yes, I'm
after
going to
it's-
rinse it again, but basically that is just to stop the cooking process.
Stop the cooking process.
so-
Okay, so we're still going to chop it, but when
Yes.
it's cooked. Amazing, great. I mean, I like your cooking process. It's so
Thank
smooth,
you.
seamless. You know exactly what you're doing.
Thank
You know
you.
exactly how to get there. And really, that's what cooking should actually be.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, so we're going to literally allow Chef Pamilari to complete her cooking right here and serve us. But then again, we have so much more to come right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
And we are back. Joining us on the couch at the moment is a man with many hats. And he wears them effortlessly. He's an actor, model, voiceover artist, a self-defense grandmaster, fight choreographer. Well, he's here to tell us everything and more about himself. He's Victor Ayeme. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being here. Now, quickly, let's talk about acting and just get it out of the way, because I mean, you're a pharmacist, you're a karate instructor, you own a karate academy, you are a voiceover artist, you are a fight choreographer, you do it all, and you still find the time to, you know, pursue your passion, which is acting. Tell us about your journey so far in the movie industry.
I would say I started my journey long ago before I even knew it. I joined the choir when I was quite young.
Okay.
I was like 10 years old then, and you know, it required you staying on stage and singing and doing all sort of things. So I got used to the stage. And when I was quite younger, I was a serious stammerer.
Really?
Yeah, I stammered a lot. So I always wish I could speak to crowds. And I knew that the key to success is communication. So I worked a lot on that. So that's why I haven't joined martial arts, to become more calm. So I started Taekwondo when I was that young.
Okay.
So fast forward, went to school, you know, university too. I was busy in university. I read pharmacy actually, but I took part in many things. Drama societies, the choir again. I was a music director for the church choir and also assistant music director for University of Benin choir.
Wow.
So I was quite, even the dean of pharmacy then was afraid for me. He called me to the office.
Because you're involved in so many
Yeah,
things.
say, are you this, you do this. Then I was a cartoonist too
Wow.
for the Sun magazine. You know, I had A1 in fine arts when I was in school. So I was a cartoonist for the Sun magazine, cartoonist for vintage people under a mentor called Albert Ohams. So I was a quite busy person in school. So I learned how to juggle things together, because in school I was called an NFA, you know, people that don't read much but pass. So I play, but when it comes to 2 weeks to the exam, I sit down and I do it. So fast forward again, I started my career as a salesman, you know, did pharmaceutical sales for 10 years, where I rose from sales rep to sales manager and national sales manager for Pharmadeco PLC. Later I got bored and I joined telecoms. I worked in Globacom for over 7 years. I left as an acting director for sales. So then, you know, it was about presenting. I was selling solutions. So it was about talking to banks, big organizations, convincing them to buy in millions. So the act of answering questions was part of me. Then later I went to Airtel too, where I became head of corporate sales before I finally left. So all these things has been going on. So when somebody saw me, saw my stature and said, hey, why not try acting? And I gave it a go. And it's just 3 years. I've just spent 3 years. I've done a lot. I've done 3 series. My first job was a series. I've done Dilemma series. I've done Covenant series.
You were also in the Far From Home series as well.
Yeah, I was in Far From Home series. Then also I've done a lot of modeling jobs, Vitaphone adverts, many adverts. I've done some voiceover works too. So and think I'm the whole package in the industry.
You are the whole package.
Actor, model,
definitely.
and voiceover artist.
And voiceover artist. Now
Yeah.
let's talk about you being a fight choreographer, because we have seen movies where their fight scenes are not, they've been quite questionable, right? Have you been involved in any fight choreography, in any of the movies?
Not at the moment, because I just want to. I have seen people come to me for such deals, but you know, the industry sometimes has a very funny side where people don't want to pay for the experts.
Yeah.
You know, many people who do fight choreography, most of them are not well-grounded artists.
Yes, sir.
If you look at Hollywood and the rest, people who do fight choreography, people who are grounded in the art. I'm a 7th-degree karate black belt. I've been black belt for over 30 years. Former Africa Vice President for Shutoro Karate. And presently, I'm the technical director for mixed martial arts in Nigeria under Nigerian Mixed Martial Arts Federation. My job is to produce the next Israel Desoyas of this world.
Okay.
So that tells you that I know my onions. I train regularly, so I know what I'm talking about. So sometimes when you look at Nollywood today, you see some people doing dancing, and they say they are that they're doing martial arts or they're fighting. Or you want to do a crash program, you bring in some actors, train them for 3 months, and you say they want to do well. No. The superstars in Nollywood, as in Hollywood, they spend years and years of work. You want to talk about Jet Li, you want to talk about Donnie Yen, all of them, they spend time.
Now let's talk about you as a karate fighter.
Yes.
You've run an academy now for over
10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
How has that been, especially because we're in the part of the world where karate, would you say, is not really our thing? Yes, we have a lot of young people who are interested in it, but it is not our thing. We also have martial arts as well, which, you know, your academy also does as well. So tell us, how has that experience been, especially working with, you know, young people who are, you know, interested in, you know, being martial artists?
Well, first and foremost, we need to understand what martial arts is all about, or karate is all about.
Yeah.
I tell you, my success to date is, well, God, in particular, and also my knowledge of martial arts and karate. You know, one thing is to believe in God, another is to believe in yourself. That's where karate comes in. Karate gives you self-control, discipline, serious work ethics, never die attitude, and so on and so forth. So when I sell my karate as a businessman, I don't sell it as a fighting stuff. No. Fighting or self-defense is the last reason why we do karate.
Okay.
Karate is, for one, to foster the spirit of effort, to guard against impetuous courage, to defend the path of truth, to uphold justice. These are things I tell my kids to recite regularly so you become part of them. To respect your elders.
So it's more than just fighting.
It's a
also
philosophy.
instilling moral values.
Yes, and also to contribute to the society, I try to beat bullying. How do I beat bullying? I bring children who are, you know, I tell parents, what the root cause or the root way you can take care of bullying is when the family are bonded. So when you see, I have parents training with their children, because when they see me training, see my son is 10 years old, he's a black belt already.
Oh, wow.
So they're encouraged to see. So instead of coming to drop your child and go, you want to join. And I have a lot of elites who I train through my staff all over the country, online and everything. So it's quite interesting. So I have a niche I'm carving, because I believe bullying, I've done a lot of talks on TV on bullying. Bullying is not what we know. When a child is special, he will be bullied. But to be successful, you need to maintain that specialness of
That's
yourself.
very true.
So some kids get beaten down to become average. You are beautiful, they'll bully you. You are ugly, they'll bully you.
Yeah.
You are small, they'll bully you. You are very intelligent, they'll bully you. So what do? I teach these kids to be themselves.
To stand up for
Yes,
themselves.
and bullying happens. How does bullying happen? Somebody's in class, they take your pen, you look around, you don't see who took it, and people are laughing at you in the class. You feel, my class, no.
I mean, what you're doing is commendable, and we appreciate you for the efforts that you are, you know, your efforts in contributing to the saneness in our society today. Thank you so much for being, you know, part of the show and for joining us on the couch today. Thank you. And that's it for now, guys. We have to go on a quick break. Alex Cross joins us shortly. Stay with us.
And finally on the couch, we have with us an actor, model, who is also an Instagram influencer, fitness instructor, trainer, amongst other things. We have here with us Alex Cross.
Alex Cross in the building. Hey, good to have you here.
Welcome. Do you know that your name is actually the title of a movie?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
It's a
Funny
character.
enough, I knew after I got like the nickname.
After you got the nickname,
Well,
right?
how did you get it?
Yeah, how did you get it?
Okay, so it's a funny one. I'm sure wherever the guy is, he'll be watching this or he would watch it. I schooled Madonna University. Yes,
MM, stop distracting us.
Yeah. So I schooled in Madonna University. At first I was at IMSU, Imo State University. So a couple of things happened. After 3 years, I had to start all over in Madonna University.
Okay.
So I schooled in Madonna University. My first year, I got in. At first, I didn't like the school or what was going on because my dad wanted to just confine me. I was in IMSU, but it felt like I was not in school to him. I was basically flying back to Lagos. I would do adverts. I would do adverts for different brands. Next thing, I'm back to school, and it doesn't
Madonna
just
was to hold you in place.
Yes, sir. So they were like, you know what, go to Madonna.
They could have tried.
So it was a confined.
That was awesome.
Let's not start a conversation.
So it was a confined environment according to him. You know, so but when you know this feel when you get to the school and you don't really like what's going on, you just want to socialize and but everybody's all seeing you like, oh hi, I've seen you. I'm like, oh, you get. So they came to meet me my second year. The first year there was a guy that acted the Passion of Christ.
Okay.
A Fred guy. So they came to meet me the second year. I was just basically doing one or two things in the theater. I studied economics.
Okay.
I was a course rep in economics department.
Okay.
So, but I just loved film, I love acting,
So you
music.
played Jesus.
Yeah. So the thing is, I played
You wore the
Jesus.
cross.
I played Jesus to the level, and it was so real that even
was
the
so
fathers
real.
were crying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's a Catholic school, so they had to do the whole, you know, the 7
Yeah.
times Jesus fell. I did the whole thing, and there was something going on, and my theater house, they were calling me Alex the Cross. Alex the Cross. So there was this guy called Freeze, Friz. Yeah, he's my junior colleague, and he just started with the word, Alex Cross.
And it stuck.
And he just stuck. So in the theater, when I come there, everyone, Alex Cross, Alex Cross, Alex Cross. In the hostel, Alex Cross, how far now? So the thing was just everywhere. And next day, I just went to change my Instagram name.
Change to Alex Cross.
So the name
Amazing.
stuck with me that long. So now, then later when I found out that, okay, Tyler Perry had a movie called Alex Cross. But
exactly.
you know what? You know how the industry
No, but it's
can
fine.
be.
It's great.
It just stays there.
It's used perfectly. And you mentioned that you were going back and forth to Lagos. You were doing adverts. That means
Yes.
you were a model at the time.
I've been a model over a decade plus for about 12 years and counting. Yeah, so I've done like a couple of adverts.
And then
Yeah,
your
my
love for
page.
theater, being Alex Cross, was that what led you into movies,
Yeah,
do you
that was
think?
Okay, and so the thing is, I loved acting. I've done a couple of stage plays. When I came out from secondary school, there was this theater house, small theater house, while around our area where I was living. So I would always go there, watch them do their thing. I would do stage plays. I could remember one that was like this little thing that you invite people, come and pay 15 naira, 20 naira, come and watch.
Yes,
And there was
yes,
one I
yes.
played Akonji. And Akonji was the lead character. That was the guy. I had to read Yoruba lines, do those things. So I loved the acting, you understand? So while I was doing the whole modeling thingy, little gigs that will come up, I'll do it, waka pass. I just knew that, okay, I love this thing.
Yeah.
But when I got off from school and all, I knew this was what I needed to do. Understand? I had colleagues, I had friends already in the acting industry, and they were like, yo, prof,
It's already in you.
come on, do your thing.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay, so let's talk about that struggle breaking into the Nollywood industry. Fine, yeah, you did start as a model, influencer, and all of that. And of course, you enjoyed the act of acting and all of that. So now, the struggle to break into the Nollywood industry as a mainstream actor, how's that been for you?
quite challenging, I must say, quite challenging. But it's been interesting all along. It wasn't easy. What is it? They are very strong people. It's competitive, you know, so they are strong people. There were times where I'll have to do movies for free. There are times where we'll go for auditions, you know. You tend to push. I would not forget one of the things that I did that even gave me like a major callback from a director that also gave me like You understand?
I want to jump on something you said. This is something not many people will tell you about the movie industries. Doing movies for free. In every industry, especially in media. Some people call it paying your dues when you're on radio or television. You just go because you're a volunteer. So I'm only just understanding now that it's a thing in the movies as well. Is that how it works?
Truthfully, it happens. I don't know about the thing is I can't talk about everybody, but I can talk about myself. I knew what I loved. I knew what I wanted to do.
Okay.
You know, there were times that I would just come around. I would pay my transportation fare by myself.
Yeah.
Go to locations. Back then, okay, you know, like you're like one of the least cast, and you might not get food. I would get food by myself. All I needed to do was I was pushing somewhere. I needed people to see what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You paid the dues then.
I did. Like I grew up, okay, according to what they said, I grew up in the trenches. It wasn't easy for me.
Who grew up in trenches?
Me.
You.
Yes, okay.
Stop
so,
it, Alex.
Okay.
Alex, look at your skin. Look at you,
That is
your
not-
luscious beard.
No, that is the thing.
Trenches.
That is
talking
what I
about.
keep talking about over and over.
Yes.
You understand? I keep talking about over and over. I tell people, but people that know me know I grew up in trenches. I grew up in Najigule. I stayed with my grandmother.
No.
Yes, I lived in Najigule. You understand? I attended Federal Government College, Lagos. So I lived in Ajaniki, towards Agbara.
Yeah.
That was my practical years of my life. So I was in the street of Iyanera going to go and meet one photographer or the other. My mom was practically frying buns. I would take it and go and sell it in school.
No.
Yes.
Is that a part of you people know? Because I feel like I'm just hearing this for the first time.
This is me. This is me. Whatever, I can't hide it. If I come around tomorrow and start saying, oh, no, I was giving birth to Yeki, because people will remind me that, yo, bro, we lived in Ijaniki. Hey, you were my neighbor. Like yesterday, I saw my neighbor, so I can't even deny it. Of course, yeah. And he's doing real good. Yes, so it was like, remember the good old days? I'm like, yeah, I remember the good old days. Then I will even run. My father would tell me, you're wasting your time.
So you come.
Yes.
Sorry, let me let you talk.
I mean, I think it's amazing how grounded you are and how true to your roots you actually are. We don't
And
have
honest.
that. And honest, exactly. We don't have a lot of that in the industries right now. Everybody wants to be somebody, and that's totally fine. But then again, I think it's important. Now, let's just talk about your roles and the roles you played. And so, as I know, Elliot was talking about how he feels you're being typecast into a family.
No, I won't say
friendly-
typecast.
Okay.
I'll say that he fits.
Okay,
that,
he fits that.
good family guy. You know, a character so well that people what you call typecast.
That's typecast. So
But
when
do you
say
feel the
that,
same? Am
you
I
feel
correct
that
or am I
way.
wrong?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
You just look nice. People just want you as a nice family guy.
So the rules come. It's easy going.
Yes.
I find it easy to interpret because acting is interpretation of roles. So I find it easy to interpret when I get the script and I'm like, okay, the good kind of guy, the sweet, loving guy. You know, at first I started with the whole lovey-dovey nigga and
Yes,
all
yes.
the ladies are like, oh my God. Yeah, so
Coming from the guy who sells the buns his mother fries
Yeah.
at Ijaniki
Yeah.
to the guy who's on TV now, the big screen and all. How much do you charge for a movie, may I ask?
do you really want me to disclose that on the air?
Okay, give us an idea because I
Give
mean,
us a range.
Give us a
Range?
range.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
not of you, but generally, what it would for somebody who's just broken it into Nollywood and all. I just want to have an idea, so I know if I switch jobs. What is it? What's it?
Okay.
10 million? Is it as high as 10 million?
Yeah, People Charge Us has that.
People,
okay.
huh?
Yeah, People Charge Us has that.
Okay.
People Charge Us has 10 million. People
For
charge
lead roles.
For lead roles.
A-listers, right?
Yeah, for A-listers, you know, and we're getting there.
Okay.
Gets
like
in
a
there.
B-list. Yes, that I'm like the $1 million kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that's still good. And
Your humility is.
it's
It's,
something you can understand.
I can't understand it.
So now let's talk about typecasting and now talk about Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
Right? So now that was, I literally see the poster and I'm like, okay, this is actually new and different. Now,
Yeah.
why? And how difficult was it for you to get into that personality? It looked like a vampire movie. It is a vampire story.
We have a
Okay, so
vampire
tell us.
movie,
Tell-
Jay?
yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, so tell us.
Okay, so here's the thing. The guy that shot that stuff is a friend. Rex Posters is one of the biggest poster guys in Nigeria. He does more of the like this
This is
thing.
the one that did the half-naked picture of you.
Yes, the
Oh,
Roman
yes.
God kind of picture stuff.
The half-naked
So,
picture of you.
Anyways, if you say half-naked,
Wait. Okay.
Go on about it. Go on
have
about
you seen
it.
it?
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh, did you like it?
Yes, did you like it?
It's art, so
Oh, okay, okay. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. He comes up with different kind of stories, more like book series
Okay.
or something. And I don't know, he finds it interesting working on me because I can go in, I can dive into different kind of things.
Okay.
So once he just brings up an idea, like, okay, hi Alex, so I'm planning this. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I'm like, fine, cool. When he brought that stuff, the Roman God kind of stuff, he talked to different people, and I think very they will not find it easy.
Yeah.
But with me, it was joy. Okay, so over the years in modeling, I feel free to open up this body. You know, it's it's
I'm not.
to me, it's to me,
I'm
it's
not that.
art.
I'm not that confident.
To me, it's art.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. You understand? Art and it's beautiful. So when he reached out to me, I was like, okay, he wants to do this. It's quite different. I was like, okay, yeah, bring it on. Let's do it.
Okay.
So it's more like the Irish kind of vampire kind of thing. I don't know if you see it. It's more like Irish.
I would love to. I haven't seen it. I'm
Yeah,
definitely.
so we're still doing a couple of pictures together.
Okay.
We're still doing, it's going to be a series.
Series.
Nice.
And now we're trying to push it international because I don't know if you know about the NFT and stuff.
Yes.
NFTs,
Yes.
original pictures.
Yes, yes,
So we're trying to like do a storyline together that we can sell.
Push out
And
there.
that's money, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because people would not, if you see that Roman God series, so people have it as frames, but
Yes,
you don't know it is
very
Alex Cross.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Understand? So we're trying to
Tell you
sell
what,
other
Alex.
stuff.
Okay. good.
We've got something in the kitchen that we'd like you to come have a taste of because we spent all day preparing it. It's ready right now.
How did you
let's
not be
bring-
foodie?
Let's bring you over already. Come on
All right,
over.
thank you.
Voltron is here too. Please.
Wow.
And you too, sir.
Wow.
Did you ever write?
Okay.
And you are welcome, guys. Mr. Victor and Alex Cross, you're welcome to the kitchen. And Winfrey.
Yeah, of course. So we had Chef Pamilari actually creates this masterpiece right here from scratch. So we were talking about art earlier. This definitely is art. So Chef, tell us what we have on the plate.
Yeah. So thank you for
We would like
this.
you to have a taste while she tells us.
What I have here for you today is native jollof rice.
Okay.
And
Is what?
native jollof rice.
Native.
Jollof rice.
Nice.
So we have palm oil, locust beans, some Cameroon peppers, some tatache, and some scotch
Please
bonnet.
try it. Try it.
Alex,
Okay, try it. We'd like to know.
And you know, I was about diving into the food, though. All these,
Diving.
all these many
And so the
Nice.
fish that we
Yeah.
have,
Have a thrill.
Oh, this is
the fish is the egg fish. It has been fried, salted, and seasoned a little bit with some bell peppers. And we also have a very healthy vegetable right there. We added a bit of garlic and some vegetable oil into it, and we seasoned that as
You
well.
know your onion.
This is effortete.
F-forted.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, this is
It's
this
the
is
same
the
leaf.
same
It's
leaf,
the
but
same
this
leaf,
is
just
more
made in a different
healthy.
way.
Yes.
So quickly tell us, what do you think about it?
Nice.
Thank you.
Alex?
Please, can I take it away?
Yeah.
That about says it all.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for coming through. Always a pleasure to have such fine people, especially on a Friday here. And thank you for being part of the show all week up until today.
Yeah.
See the Omnibus on YouTube through the weekend. We'll be back again on Monday to join you guys for an exciting week start. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hi, guys.